the healing with the energy, using the Reiki treatment and the chakras. What are these elements that we are using in order to have a better lifestyle and a better health? To shed more light on this very interesting topic, we are very delighted to have our dear guest, Dr. Soraya Jival, the wellness consultant. Hello, Dr. Soraya, and thank you very much for being with us in Body and Soul. Dr. Soraya, recently we have been hearing about many new ways of treatments, which is not the classical one or going to a doctor or a physician, but more spiritual and more light treatments for many illnesses and many problems that the person is facing without taking medications or complicated matters. So to start with, what is the Reiki treatment, which is a kind of energy treatment which is working on the chakras, if I understand well? Yeah. Can you elaborate about that?
Yeah. Let me first respond to your first question, or your first statement, that people are not anymore going to doctors and with a traditional classical view of medicine, but more and more are attracted to what we call energy science. This is, of course, if we look around, we see that in many aspects traditional medicine has failed with the patients, and this is why they're looking for other means of finding release of pain, of finding a cure to their illnesses, to their lifestyle, to their life problems as well, etc. So I think that this kind of energy science, and including Reiki and many other different energy sciences and therapies, are having are mushrooming, especially in Egypt, and many more people are using that as a tool for wellness, as a tool for getting better and for having a better life and a better life quality.
Indeed. Dr. Soraya will first take this report about the energy treatment and the chakras, and after that we'll be back to understand more about the chakras and the Reiki treatment.
Chakras are energy points or nodes in the subtle body. Chakras are part of the subtle body, not the physical body, and as such are the meeting points of the subtle, non-physical energy channels called nadis. Nadis are channels in the subtle body through which the life force, prana, or vital energy moves. Various scriptural texts and teachings present a different number of chakras. There are many chakras in the subtle human body, but there are 7 chakras that are considered to be the most important ones. Blocked energy in our 7 chakras can often lead to illness, so it's important to understand what each chakra represents and what we can do to keep this energy flowing freely. The chakras are: 1. Root chakra represents our foundation and feeling of being grounded. Location: base of spine in tailbone area. 2. Sacral chakra, our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. Location: lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. 3. Solar plexus chakra, our ability to be confident and in control of our lives. Location: upper abdomen in the stomach area. 4. Heart chakra, our ability to love. Location: center of chest just above heart. 5. Throat chakra, our ability to communicate. Location: throat. 6. Third eye chakra, our ability to focus on and see the big picture. Location: forehead between the eyes, also called the brow chakra. 7. Crown chakra, the highest chakra representing our ability to be fully connected spiritually. Location: the very top of the head.
And welcome back. We continue our interview with our dear guest, Dr. Soraya Jival, the wellness consultant. Dr. Soraya, can you tell us in details what is the Reiki treatment and why did you specialize in that field in particular?
Okay. I specialize in Reiki, or I'm a Reiki practitioner because I was very much drawn to this type of energy. As you have seen also here in the report that you have, that the chakras are a very important aspect in the balancing of the whole body, spirit, mind, and the physical body as well. So Reiki is an energy that works on the chakras. It works on the 7 main chakras in the body that are in the middle.
Can you elaborate about these chakras to give our dear viewers more details? Many people are still not aware of these chakras.
Yeah, sure. We have more than 7 channels or centers of energy. I'm going to talk about the main 7 energy centers, which are the 7 main chakras, as explained here in the report. Chakra means, actually in Sanskrit, it means wheel. So first of all, they are the energy centers in the body, and the meaning of chakra is wheel. Each chakra in the body has a certain vibrational resonance. Okay, this vibrational resonance is seen in the form of the color of the chakra. It produces the color of the chakra. For each chakra, we have a different color. Okay, basically, we can say that the chakras are like valves or pumps through which the energy flows and goes to the different energy points or centers in the body. They are attached to the 7 endocrine systems. And the 7 endocrine systems in the body are attached to several organs, which means that the balancing of the chakras has an effect on the organs that are correlated to it or that are connected to it.
So how is the Reiki treatment? You are dealing with these chakras and you are healing the pains or the problems that the patient is facing.
Yeah. Reiki means, Rei means universal, and Chi means, or Ki means universal life energy. So we are actually using the energy of the universe and using it through us as a channel to the patient or to the one who is taking the session or the treatment. How we do that? It is basically by fine-tuning and channeling the energy through our hands. How? To the
how? By just moving, I believe, your hands over the body of the patient or the person who is facing certain physical or maybe psychological issues, that you can heal that person which has been suffering maybe and taking medications for a long time. So how can you reach that level?
Reiki works on the different body levels of the person. We have the physical body, we have the etheric body, we have the emotional mind body, and then we have the spiritual body. Okay, so an illness manifests itself because body and mind are so interrelated. So it manifests itself lastly on the physical body, but actually there are other levels of body that have to be healed first. So by massaging the chakras, so to say, hands off and hands on, we can create this balance that in turn creates a balance in the organs that are correlated to it or that are connected to the specific chakra, and the person feels a change, he feels relieved, he feels deeply relaxed, pains might vanish, the illness itself by continuing the sessions many times might be released.
So what abnormalities, what pains and problems do you cure with the Reiki treatment, and with how many sessions the person or the patient is starting to feel more at ease, more relief from his pains?
It depends on each case, but it can heal any physical or mental emotional problem. How many sessions? I would say,
but how also the mental problem and mental emotional problems could be cured by the Reiki treatment and the chakras? Maybe the physical is quite logical, but it's quite complicated. The psychological matter is quite complicated. So how can you find a cure by the Reiki treatment?
Yeah, because every chakra corresponds to certain organs. Okay, let's say, for example, you have a problem in your thyroid. Okay, this is the gland that is related to the throat chakra. Okay, so this means that there might be a problem in your throat chakra, actually. Yeah, if you balance the throat chakra, problems with thyroid might become less or vanish altogether. Yeah, so this is one example of how body and mind and soul are interrelated. The chakra, the throat chakra, is expressing its because it's not spinning the way the vibration should and the frequency should be in this throat chakra. So it is expressing itself in the form of an illness in the thyroid.
So by moving your hand while trying to cure the patient, do you feel that this part of his body is not functioning well? He has a problem at this particular case, even if he's not complaining from a pain at this point, or he has to complain and say what he's suffering from in order to understand his main problem. Or by just moving your hand, you can feel the change of energy level or heat in his body.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you feel it in your hands. You feel in your hands certain vibrations. You feel in your hands heat, or maybe sometimes it's cold even. And the therapist can actually notice that there is something wrong in this area. But the therapist, on the other hand, and I have to stress that, should not act as a medical doctor. Okay, they should say, for example, go and check this area, go and see if there is something wrong with it. But they should not give prescription. They should not act as a medical physician.
To what extent, Dr. Soraya, both the physician and the wellness consultant as yourself could work in parallel in order to cure the patient? Do you continue your work and coordinate with certain physicians sometimes, or it doesn't happen?
Not yet. In Egypt, not yet. But abroad in Europe and in the States, you have many Reiki practitioners and people from other energy sciences collaborating and cooperating with physicians who believe that there is actually another energy level from which to operate and from which to cure illnesses and deficiencies in the body.
Can you tell us more, Dr. Soraya, about the benefit of knowing the chakras? What could I benefit from if I know that these chakras are responsible for my heart, for the stomach, for the brain? What benefit could I use from knowing these informations if I'm not totally aware of the Reiki treatment or energy treatment, for example?
Well, that's a very good question, because knowing is one level, and practicing what you know is another issue altogether. So if you're only on the level of knowing with your intellect, then you must combine it with knowing from your soul, knowing from your spirit, practicing, experiencing it. There's a difference between knowing only by your intellect and actually experiencing this energy. So what I would suggest is for people to balance their chakras, because this is